From the 20th to the 22nd of April in the Word of Life Church in Moscow, there was held a significant event for the future of the Russian Federation, the first all-Russian conference, Russia Without Orphans. It was, so to speak, the beginning, aimed at helping each orphan child find a family and stop the occurrence of child abandonment in the country. As a reminder, the Alliance of Initiatives exists since January 2011. The organization, Ukraine Without Orphans, is rightly considered his older brother. More than 450 delegates from 11 different countries gathered at the capital of Russia for a conference to discuss the development of a strategy for reaching out to one single goal, lowering the number of orphans in the country.
Мы сейчас на таком вот переходе.
We are now at a transition from non-responsibility and not caring about what goes on around us, to being Christians who feel responsible for the future of our country, the future of our children, and for the future of ourselves. I am grateful to God that we don't have indifferent people. People who want to reaffirm the image of God's glory in the family. I know how difficult it can be, how hard it is, but I also know the reward awaits those who do it.
Я знаю, как это трудно. Я знаю, как это непросто. Но я знаю, что великая награда ждет тех, которые это делают.
Каждый из участников конференции наверняка привез с собой огромный багаж опыта и знаний,
Each of the participants probably brought with him a backpack full of experience and knowledge that could be shared with others. But special attention was given to those families who for many years, by the revelation of God, took to their families orphan children with severe diagnosis. The audience greeted such heroes with a standing applause. Sharing the story of his family, an inspiring and emotional speech was given by Director of the Institute of Emergency Children's Surgery and Traumatology, Children's Doctor of the World, World Health Organization expert Leonid Roshal. When people have dreams or goals, when you believe in God, it means you're not an orphan. This may be the main purpose of religion. So orphans will have a place that they can call home. It is a shame when a nation has orphans, despite of the kind of social or spiritual state it can be in. If you open your arms for those children, honor and praise be to you. During the conference, there was a forum held for the orphans by the leaders and ministers of the organization Ukraine Without Orphans. People such as Ruslan Malyuta, Steve Weber, Sergei Demidovich, Gennady Mokhnenko, Peter Dudnik, and as well as a representative from the American Alliance for Orphans, Carmen Frizen, all share their experiences. I would like to say to those who came here, you have been exposed to special radiation during these few days, and your life will not be the same as it was before this moment. As long as we have life on this earth, we will fight to the end. We are engaged in a great warfare together, and there are wounds in the battles, and sometimes even the battles are lost. But most importantly is that we win the war. I now know for sure, love casts out all fear. If we allow God's love to touch our heart mightily, the fear will disappear. I hope that this dream comes true quite soon, with Ukraine and Russia being without orphans. But even if it doesn't come soon, my goal is that the next generation, our children, will make this dream come true. The wonderful sound of the music program called Mother, Child, and Orphan by the Symphony Orchestra of the Credo especially arrived for a conference from St. Petersburg, providing a special atmosphere for the event. I am too old to adopt, but I have convinced my children. Each of them took a child this year. We took from the orphanage. The Lord has said that He is the Father of orphans. And when you become a father of orphans, you do His job. The Lord is pleased when His children do His work. The first all-Russian conference supported the well-known public figures and leaders of evangelical Christian churches and unions. Alexander Torshin, from the government, as first deputy chairman and of the Federation Council of Russia, provided invaluable support.
И в этой связи хотелось бы, чтобы вот эта конференция, она приняла какое-то...
In this regard, I wish that this conference would develop some documents or some
Я вас очень
recommendations.
прошу, не забывайте, есть законодательные...
I urge not to forget that there are legislative agencies, councils of federation, and senates. We will definitely listen to you.
Мы вам будем очень признательны, если вы
We will be very grateful if you help us legislative agencies make qualified laws, and who knows better if not you.
законы, а уж кто, как не вы, знаете об этом. Спасибо.
Приоритетным вопросом
The top priority of the conference was the discussion of the plans for further work of the organization Russia Without Orphans. And hopefully the conference will serve towards transformation of the nation in every Russian family, and of course will affect and change the lives of thousands of orphans. Through the experience of this conference, we can be sure that in all the regions our dreams will come true. Although now it seems to us how, when, by what means, but we can do it because behind all of this stands our Lord. 55 people wanted to be the coordinators of the adoption movement in their local region have joined the alliance. An ambitious project and a challenge for everyone was the idea of a Russian bike marathon within the movement Russia Without Orphans. We want to enter in each region in order to share the revelation of adoption and to solve the problem of orphans in this country forever.
Проблему сиротства в стране навсегда.